This is just a video to show people what to do for the Yer Blues solo stuff that Clapton did with John Lennon. I've had quite a few requests for tabs, so that's why I'm filming a video. I've tried tabbing it, but it's just taking too long. Just like to apologise to Terry because he asked quite a while ago, but I've had other things on, so I thought I'd do a little video to show you how to play it. So Yer Blues is obviously in E. If you're playing along with the Rock and Roll Circus version, which is the one that I copy and which all the Clapton stuff's from, then you will need some software to either up the pitch of the original recording by a semitone, because I believe the original recording's in E flat, whereas we need E. So you'll need to do that. So however you can do that, that's what I did. Anyway, to get on with it, I'm going to start with the most obvious riff, which comes at the end of each phrase, well not phrase, but each segment, which is so to do that bit, you start on the 3rd fret of the bottom E string and you're sliding up to the 7th. So that's that bit. And for the next bit is just 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the A string, up to the 5th fret on the D string, back to the 7th fret on the A string, which completes that little phrase there, so that altogether that's bit of vibrato if you want, up to you. For the next bit, you're doing little triads on the top 3 strings, the top E, B and G strings, which is so for that you'll need the 7th fret on the E and the B, top E and B, and you'll need the 8th fret on the G string, so that's, I usually slide up to that because it sounds better, so from the previous phrase, so I slide up from somewhere around the 2nd or 3rd fret in that same shape. So the top 2 strings are the same fret, in this case the 7th and the 8th. You see now I'm sliding that down, exactly the same shape, not moving my fingers other than sliding down to the 5th fret. So you're playing the 5th on the top E, 5th on the B, 6th on the G. So that gives you, for the final part, you change the shape slightly so that you're playing all 3 strings on the same fret, which in this case would be the 4th fret, then the 3rd fret, then the 2nd fret. So you're playing where this is an important bit. When you play the 3 strings together, slide the 3rd fret into the 2nd. Don't play the 2nd fret with your pick. That gives it that little blues phrase. So all together, if I go through it slowly, we've got that bit, I'll just show you the first bit that I can hear anyway that Clapton's playing, which is just part of your pentatonics in E, which is a scale shape. If you don't know that, you don't really need to know that. I'll show you what to play anyway. the chords of the song would go. What I'm playing there, just for that, would be the 4th fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B, open on the E. And that gives you like a little blues phrase in E. So that's what Clapton's doing on each vocal phrase as Lennon's singing. To expand on that, then he's breaking it down into single note phrases. So we've taken that 4th fret, 3rd fret and open string thing. So he breaks it down then into sliding up to the 4th fret on the G string, 4th fret on the G string, 3rd fret on the B string, slide back down from the 4th fret on the G to the 2nd on the G, open G string, 2nd fret on the D string. Slowly would be. If you want to add a little roll at the bottom of that, you could play open A, 2nd fret on the A and D, open D. So now it goes up to the A. The phrases I've just shown you there would fit the E chord. A. This is where you'd play 12-12 on the E and the B strings. And we're taking the 14th fret on the G string and we're going to bend that up. So you want to hit that bend, but hit the top 2 strings as well. And you can be a bit sloppy on this part. You can hit what strings you like, really. It doesn't really matter. It's all within the same thing. And that's quite a common blues thing that a lot of players use, Clapton, etc. So you've got, now after that little bit, to come back down, we're going to bend the 14th fret of the G string again. And go to the 12th fret on the G string, 14th fret on the D string. To do the little roll like we did for the E, you would play the 12th fret on the A string, the 14th fret on the A string and the 12th fret on the D string. You see how I'm hammering on? And that's another little phrase just after that roll where you could play, instead of going to the D string, you just go back onto the 14th on the G to complete the phrase. And then you could go back to our E phrase. And then you're right back to. Let me know if that were useful. I'll do the solo if it was. If I've wasted my time, then please tell me. Like I say, apologies to those people who asked for tabs. I've not had a chance to get round to it yet. Hopefully that will give you a little start on how to play things. Obviously, players are all at different levels. If you find that the video goes too fast for your learning, just slow it down, pause it, take the notes and just practice little segments. For instance, with the first one, maybe just get... It depends how much you've played and how much you know. If you know scales, then you'll find this very simple, but that just gives you a quick introduction into what Clapton's doing. If I get enough responses and enough questions again, then I'll cover the solos and everything like that. So thanks very much.